Keefe, it's the Dork Podcast. Keefe Davey, it's the Dork Podcast. Hashtag, it's the hashtag Dork Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Rerick Smalls, Von Derek Smalls. All hail the king of ginger ale. It's Ryan Davey. Davey, how are you?
I'm good. I feel good now. We had a nice little thing we just did.
Yeah, if you missed it, we just spoke with Red Sox starter Lucas Giolito, who loves movies and television shows. So we had a nice little conversation with a new friend of the show, Lucas Giolito.
That was great. I've you know, you don't know how I didn't know how that was going to go. You knew more than I did. I was just like, all right, fine, let's do it. And man, what a great hang.
I met him once, brag. He was actually a guest of ours during the Jimmy Fund radio telethon. He was one of the last guests we had. He was great. And thanks to Rob Bradford, too, who I know is your nemesis, but Rob Bradford helped set that up because he's been talking to him off and on the last couple of seasons.
Here's the thing. Not anymore. You've grown.
That's all it took.
No, not that. I've just, I've
you've grown. Got it.
Yeah,
you've made you have improved yourself.
I've made personal strides. I'm not going to hang on to that.
I will.
Richard. It's drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. That's all grudges are. I don't want that.
I have a different take. My take is you should hold a grudge. Otherwise, you never should have gotten mad in the first place.
I might get mad again. That's a good point.
Either don't get mad at it or be mad at it forever.
I think that's great. That's
probably the most Irish thing about me, besides my last name, is that.
Yeah, and it was that John Mulaney bit where he's like, being Irish Catholic, you just push everything down, and then until one day, you die.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's it.
You don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. No, but Giolito, I knew that he was like big into movies and TV, and it's crazy. Like his grandfather was Susan's dad in Seinfeld. His uncle co-created Twin Peaks. His mom's an actress, including The Ring. So we talked about all that stuff with him. Plus,
Mom was in a movie with Joe Piscopo.
Hilarious. That might be a good Dorktober rewatch. Dead Heat.
We might have to watch Dead Heat. Yeah.
We could probably get his mom on the show, for God's sakes. Now,
I mean, yeah.
Why not? But yeah, no, that was good. So if you guys missed that, check out the Lucas Giolito episode. Also, we were supposed to do this topic du jour as well as our football month topic du jour. But I think because we talked to Lucas for a while, I think we might, pardon the pun here, punt at least tonight on the program, which I'm super excited to talk about. Did a rewatch just 2 days ago.
There's a lot we got to talk about with that movie.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So we'll let you guys know on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. We'll either do it later this week as like a bonus, or we will for sure do it on Monday.
I even went through some interviews about the program, and I got some fun facts. I'll tease it with some with some fun facts. Like, do you know that the character of Steve Latimer was based on a real South Carolina defensive end who did put his head through a car window? That actually did happen. Awesome. But the actor said he based the face paint in his character after the Road Warrior Animal.
Hell yeah. The face paint was cool as hell.
Yeah. And he said he based that was Gene Simmons and Road Warrior Animal. They did what he based that character on.
Legion of Doom.
That's right.
Nice. Yeah, that movie kicks ass. But we'll talk about this movie in a moment. But before we do that, Ryan, let's do this. All right, a TV show, Ryan, that you recommended to Lucas Giolito, and he wrote it down. I think he's actually going to watch it.
He actually had it in a tab. He was going to watch it tonight, which made me feel so good to be like, recommend something like, I'm going to watch it right now.
You recommended a good show to him, and I think he's going to be like, hey, that guy recommended a good show. Davey had a good one.
He knows what he's saying.
This guy, I can trust this guy as it relates to television programs. That'd be the show Task, which we talked about episode 1 last week. We're going to do a full standalone episode when season 1 is over, or I guess I think it's a mini series. So when it's over, episode 2 just came out. How you feeling about the Mark Ruffalo, Tom Pelphrey HBO Sunday show?
Like, if we didn't already say we're going to do a standalone when it's done, I would be like, hey, we got to come into episode 3. We got to start doing a weekly thing. Like it's Mayor of Easttown meets like Sons of Anarchy, which is, I don't know if I pitched that to anybody who's seen either, like in.
I heard I forget what Bill Simmons, I think on his Rewatchables podcast, mentioned that he has seen the first 3 episodes of this.
Brag.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
I actually like it. People hate him, but I like him.
I like him too, but it's just like that. Yeah,
I'm a fan. He thinks it's like so far as good as True Detective season 1, and I was like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen the 3rd episode, so he has an extra episode on us, but it's pretty fucking awesome.
And so this is the episode where like everything comes out when you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Like now
this might be a minor spoil. This is a minor spoiler, but it's very minor. It might not even be. I think only psychos like me would think that it is.
Yeah.
The way things are going right now, it'd be fucking bananas if they don't get caught. Right? Like, you know,
there's no way they can't. That's the thing. There's no way they can't get caught.
Yeah, like it's just like there's just too much going on. Like, there's no way they're gonna be able to skirt through this thing.
And we pitched that, like, turn yourself in. It's the only thing you can do.
That might if they knew everything that was going on right now, that would probably be the best call. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't. It's one of those, like, we know what's going, but they don't, you know.
The show's good though. The show's fantastic. Peacemaker, also on HBO, is rolling right along. Peacemaker's been really good. We're now 4 episodes into Peacemaker. We'll do a standalone on this.
Yep.
I got a new game for you, Rye.
Yes.
A new game. So Alien Earth
this is great. You wrote this, and I'm like, this is awesome, and I already have an answer.
Okay, so do I. So I don't know why we didn't do this sooner, but you pointed out on Twitter after I think only 3 episodes, like, hey, the outro songs or the closing song, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the episode for Alien Earth is just heater after heater after heater. And then episode 6 comes and goes once again, heater. And I said to myself, I've already created a playlist. So I have the playlist in my car, and there's 2 more to go.
Yeah.
Let's play a game called Guess the Outro for the next episode of Alien Earth. Before you answer, for the listener out there that hasn't seen the show or hasn't paid attention, these are the songs so you know the genre we're dealing with. The songs in order have been The Mob Rules by Black Sabbath, Stink Fist by Tool, Wherever I May Roam by Metallica, Ocean Size by Jane's Addiction, Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins, and Keep Away by Godsmack.
Heater.
Where are you going episode 7?
I can give you my prediction for 2. I don't know which order they're going to be in.
Okay, good. Okay.
Them Bones, Alice in Chains.
Ooh, good one.
Blind, Korn.
If it's Blind by Korn, I might spontaneously combust. All right, so I'm glad you had 2. I also have 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Mud Shovel by Stained.
Oh, yeah. God.
And Push It by Static X.
I like that too. So that's the genre we're working, and that's right in our Q zone. Like all of these songs.
It is 100% in our Q zone. I couldn't believe they went Godsmack an episode, but not even like the first or second Godsmack song that you would think. It's not like the first or second of any of these from like the bands that we like, but it's none of their like top 3 hits.
No, and it's like not a deep cut. It's like a medium cut.
Medium rare. It's medium rare.
Medium cut. So it's like, you know, I would see like, what about what's that? Wicked Garden, Stone Temple Pilots would be awesome too.
Oh, yeah. Well, who was it? Oh, The Last of Us played a Soundgarden song that is not one of like their top 5. It's probably like 6 or 7. Remember at the end of one of the Last of Us songs, I forget which one it was. But you heard it and you're like, God damn.
That's a good song.
I was like, I haven't heard that in a minute.
Oh, do you know what, another Soundgarden song? What's the Outshined or Rusty Cage would be really good. Not Spoon Man. I don't want to see Spoon Man.
No, not Spoon Man. Wait, let me see which one, because they played it. They already used it on Last of Us. So they probably don't want to go with, let's see. Was it Burden in My Hand? It might have been Burden in My Hand. Yes. That's what they played. Fucking good one. Yeah, so you're all right. So at least we get credit if we get any of these. The bands that you're going with, though?
Alice in Chains.
Yep.
And Korn.
All right, Alice in Chains and Korn. I'm going with Stained and Static X. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a game. Real quick, around the box office this week, there was an anime movie that dominated. It's $70 million at the box office called Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, so it's a show. That's now
no.
this is like the movie.
Got it. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle won all kinds of records, made $70 million domestically. And so it kind of dominated. The second movie, though, was The Conjuring, Last Rites, which continues to do well. Big drop off from last week, but whatever. They made so much money the week before. Downton Abbey has a movie that was third. The Long Walk, which is a Stephen King adaptation, was fourth.
And the kid was it something Hoffman? It's Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid is the lead in that movie.
Oh, so do you know who
Supposed to be really good?
Speaking of kids, you know the main girl in Alien Earth, you know who her dad is?
No.
Kyle Chandler.
Nepo baby.
Every show and movies at Nepo babies.
Which is fine. Like as long as they that's crazy. She's excellent.
She's very good. And I noticed like the first episode when they put the credits, her last name was Chandler, but I didn't think twice about it. And then I was like doing something and I was like looking around down a rabbit hole. And it was like, oh yeah, her dad's Kyle Chandler.
And her brother was in Andor.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
No shit. How about that? Toy Story re-release came in 5th. Weapons came in 6th, which has been in the theaters now for a while.
Months. Yeah.
Hamilton 7th. Freakier Friday 8th with our lady Jamie Lee Curtis. Hello. And the Topic du jour came in 9th, just barely beating out a re-release of The Sound of Music. This right.
It's
the
niche.
The Topic du jour is very, very niche. Should we get to it now?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want? No. Okay.
Y'all ready for bisque?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's the topic of the day. And today it is something that is very important to us. And as the box office shows, only us.
It's just fine.
It was for us. Also, I don't know if more people are going to see this movie in the theater or listen to this episode of the podcast, but that's also fine. It's the topic of the day. And today, Spinal Tap II, The End Continues, a sequel to a legendary film that came out 41 years ago. It is 1 hour and 23 minutes long.
Which I love. That's my favorite thing about Christopher Guest movies is they're like under an hour and a half.
It's a long episode of TV.
Yeah.
I think Task and the last episode of Alien Earth were roughly the same amount of time as Spinal Tap 2.
With commercials, yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely was.
Yeah.
67% by the critics, 90% at last check by the audience, which is really just you and me. I think there's one other guy in the theater that I saw it with. We begin as we do with all of our movie and TV reviews, spoiler free. Ryan, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, same.
I liked it.
It was actually great. It was actually very good. Now, I had no expectations.
Zero.
And obviously, I personally don't care about how much money a movie makes outside of like, honestly, I'm glad The Conjuring made a lot of money because I just I like when horror movies make a lot of money. They're going to keep making horror movies.
Yeah.
This obviously had to be somewhat disappointing to them. I thought it wasn't going to do well, but I didn't think it was going to do like this poorly. Like nobody saw this movie.
You might have 41 years. If it was the 40 years, I think it would have had a little bit more to it, but 41 years sounds weird. And also like,
yeah,
that's too long.
It is, but like people love the first one.
But the people who love it, I feel like are musicians and nerds. Love this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I think as a person who tangentially is involved with both, it's you know,
music and nerds,
music and general dorkery. Like I think this is the movie that it was made for. Like you said, I mean, it's made for people like us. It's not made for like the masses. You know,
I know. I just thought maybe there were more of us. So like this isn't technically a Christopher Guest movie, and neither's the original Spinal Tap, right? Like
Right.
Rob Reiner, it's a Rob Reiner
It's a Rob Reiner
directed
movie,
movie.
yeah.
It's written and starring Christopher Guest and Michael McKean, but this is close but different than like Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, Mascots, For Your Consideration. Like those are all like Christopher Guest movies. I just thought there might be a little bit more appeal to it because I think it is a cult classic. And so the reason I mentioned that is like MacGruber's a cult classic. Freddy Got Fingered might be a cult classic. And if one of those movies had a sequel years later, I would think it would do more than $2 million at the box office.
Yeah, and the other thing too, I mean, like you said, the thing with cult classics is this is going to there's movies that I see that I'm like, that was fine, and I'm never going to watch it. I'm going to watch this movie again, and I'm going to watch it many times. And I think, the thing with cult classics is once it gets to whatever streaming service it's going to get to, it's going to have legs there, and it's going to get watches there. I don't think it's a theater movie at all.
No.
You do not need to run out and see this, but like when it's rented,
I mean, nobody did. Yeah,
nobody did. So I think that's and people like us too might not be, outdoor people, might not be theater people. So
So the last Christopher Guest movie was Mascots. Mascots was just
Netflix.
A Netflix movie.
Yeah.
So you got to go to 2006 For Your Consideration. Total box office was 5.9 million. I don't even know what opening day was.
And that was before streaming services were really that big.
All right. What about like A Mighty Wind? That made 18.7. So it was profitable, but didn't really make a lot of money. Best in Show, which is one of the great comedies of all time, that made 20.8. And Waiting for Guffman, was that even in theaters? That made 2.9. So I guess they know they're going to take a loss on these.
Yeah, and it's like the people who like it, and the people who don't. And you know what? Here's a hot take. That's fine. Like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be universally appealing. It just people who are going to see it are going to see it.
No, that's true.
And you and I, we never reviewed Spinal Tap, but easy 6 out of 6 movie for both of us. Easy. It's one of my favorite top 4 favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, you put it in your Letterboxd 4, right?
It's probably my favorite straight comedy movie of all time.
Yeah, I think to me it has to be. I mean, there are so many great comedies. Like it's hard to. For me, I don't know if it's not in my top 5, but like I don't know, it's so quotable. We watched it so many times in high school.
We would even quote the deleted scenes, and people would be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Like it's from Spinal Tap. Like I've seen Spinal Tap. It's like, well, have you seen the deleted scenes?
Right.
That's a good point. Like Spinal Tap and Chappelle Show are the two that got like deleted scenes quotes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so the first one's amazing. The music is amazing. The story's hilarious. It's like it's so good. It also, without Spinal Tap, you don't have The Office, you don't have Modern Family, you don't have What We Do in the Shadows, you don't have any of that style of
mockumentary, whatever they call it. It basically invented the mockumentary.
Yeah. And then like we just mentioned all those Christopher Guest movies, which my wife loves Waiting for Guffman. That's probably her favorite like comedy of all time. And I love Waiting for Guffman. I think Best in Show, because we're like dog people, like Best in Show is probably one of my so if this makes sense, I think Spinal Tap's a better movie, but Best in Show made me laugh more.
Yes.
Like, I think it's funnier. And I remember watching it with my parents. And like, I don't know if I've ever seen my mom laugh as hard at Best in Show. Like she was like dying laughing during Best in Show. We still quote it. The movie came out 25 years ago. We still like quote it all the time.
But it's funny that like your family is to dogs, or like my family is to music. So it's like that makes sense.
Yeah. We're obsessed with that one. I could see it like in Tap for sure. So not a lot of comedies in the theater, and unfortunately, this is one of the reasons. Like, this is a good movie, and it didn't make a lot of money, so studios are going to look at it and be like, "We can't do it. Give me another horror movie. Give me another comic book movie." And so this year we got The Naked Gun, which I still haven't seen.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm dying to see it, but I don't want to pay for it.
I know.
Well, I want to pay for it, but it's like in a monthly subscription.
Yeah, which I think now it's available like to buy at home, but not seen yet. Obviously, Friendship, which is like a different type of comedy. I had Katie watch it. Katie did not love it.
My wife did not love it, but she
Yeah.
was like, she thought some parts were funny. Which was like the Oceanside Diner clothing.
So
line.
funny.
She thought it's all khaki, it was all beige. Like she thought that was funny.
Then my sister-in-law, I was talking to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I watched that." She's like, "I'm pretty sure because I heard you say how good it was." She's like, "It was something." I'm like, "Yeah, it was." But and then you have this, which I thought it was good. I think it was funny. I didn't like piss my pants or like have to like like go freak out or anything. But I thought it was funny. I laughed.
And again, and one of the things that I really appreciate about it is that like there's joke, like if you've ever been in a band, and I've said this about the original Spinal Tap too, there's funny shit in there that is like just for you. And when we get into like the real, like the spoilers and whatever, I'll talk about those, but there are like these little and all three guys, so Harry Shearer, Christopher Guest, and Michael McKean have these like little throwaway lines that like are really funny, and like you have to watch it again to like get them all.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely got the sense that these guys must have had a blast reuniting and like playing music and singing songs and just doing those scenes where it's like
we got some new songs.
New songs. Fuck yeah. But like Rob Reiner talking to Christopher Guest, which is where you get like the "These Go to 11," which is like the most iconic, probably the number one like line from the first one. But like those two guys just like going back and forth, and like Rob Reiner's character trying to like really like get something from Nigel, and like just the way they talk is so good. It's still 40 years later, these guys are still doing it.
And how Rob Reiner can like keep a straight face with,
my God,
with Nigel Tufnell, who is the most ridiculous person on the planet,
and you
just
know
like not
too,
laugh.
As he's like an actor, he's not in like a ton of things, but he's like acting and he's like directing, and he's probably thinking in his head, like as he's in the scene, like this is fucking gold. Like I just need to not break, which he doesn't. He also, obviously the beard is gray. It was not gray 41 years ago, but Reiner looks the same. Like Reiner looks almost identical to what he did 41 years ago.
Yeah, he's even same hat and everything, which is like, there's so many callbacks to this too, which I know some people didn't like reading some of the reviews. People are like, oh, there's like too many like, member berries or like callbacks or like whatever. But like the movie's 40 years old.
That's also, we talk about this quite a bit, but the comedy sequel is tough. The comedy sequel decades later is nearly impossible.
Right.
And to that point, I think this is the best comedy sequel that takes place forever away. Like there are a couple, like Ace Ventura 2, a couple years later, still very funny, still in that same wheelhouse. 22 Jump Street, pretty funny, like similar jokes, like whatever. But like Super Troopers 2, and I know they're making a 3 right now, but like 2 was tough. Yeah.
They were all at the Red Sox game the other night.
I saw that. Yeah, they were all sitting there. That was pretty funny. They actually tweeted at WEI.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But anyway, like it's tough, and I hope the third one's good. I'll go see it. But it's just,
you're absolutely gonna see it. We're gonna do a standalone.
Yep.
Thing. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get them. We'll try to get those guys on.
I would love, to have like Kevin Heffernan on here, or like, Steve Lemmy. Get on here. I have so many questions, and my wife will be like poking her head in the background. She'll be like, "Come talk."
I love those guys. I go. You know what? We'll get a minute. Be like, listen, we're gonna do a standalone on your first movie, Puddle Cruiser, which I own the DVD of, and I love that movie.
Let's talk Tacoma FD.
I'll do that.
I will not talk to Slam and Salmon. I did not like that movie.
Care for Slam and Salmon, but I did like more than probably anybody else Club Dread. I saw it in the theater in college, and I love Club Dread.
I think the first 20 minutes of that movie, they did like real Pac-Man.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Like,
it was hilarious. Yeah, you go in there, you take a drink, and you go run around. Yeah. That's Club Dread. Beer Fest is legitimately great.
I love Beer Fest. So I told you, it's Davey family lexicon now. Anytime someone says it's frustrating, like I'm just frustrated. Frustrating. It's frustrating. like you do it no matter how mad you are at something. I'm just really frustrated with you too. And then it's frustrating.
It's frustrating. Great.
Yeah.
Jason in the chat wants to cut right to the chase. Ryan, is this movie better than Happy Gilmore 2?
I would say it's equal. Like I liked Happy Gilmore 2. I didn't want to like Happy Gilmore 2, and I did.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's definitely
kind of the
better.
same thing. It's the same kind of tone. It's like these guys are older and they're thinking about their lives. And
so Davey liked Happy Gilmore 2 more than me. I liked it more than most. It got like ripped apart. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think this is way better. And this was not that it matters if it's good, but it's like a half hour shorter. It's like way shorter.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 2 just goes forever.
And less cameos. There's cameos, but less cameos.
Yeah, these
Fewer
ones,
cameos,
there's like major cameos in this.
which is one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
There's some funny stuff. Whereas Happy Gilmore 2 is just like any golfer and like random guy and like friends
Or
of
anyone who's like,
fine.
did he throw out like an open casting? Like, if you are this famous and want to be in it, you can be in it.
God, I want to be in it.
I want to be in it so bad.
You know what
Why
I've been
doesn't he ask
staring?
us?
I've been staring at for 2 straight episodes. Is Davey's rocking a fucking awesome hat? That is,
I got this.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was driving my daughter to camp and said, "Hey, do you want to see where Dad went to high school?" And they're like, "Yeah," because my kids grew up in boarding schools. They're like, "Yeah, we kind of want to see it." Lo and behold, the fucking bookstore's open. So look at this. This is and I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna do the Link Hawk. Ready? Do the spinorama.
Oh my God.
Even says it on the back, St. Paul's. But this is there. Never once did we see a pelican.
No.
We were called the Pelicans. We never went by that, but they're leaning into it now.
2 things I had a beef about when we were there from 90, the fall of 98. I graduated in 02, you graduated in 01.
Yep.
They didn't really lean into Pelican stuff.
Mhm.
And they also were really, all the color scheme was white and red, where I feel like
White and
now
red.
they are adding more black, which also.
And remember,
pops.
you and I had specifically, and I'm going to call her out right now. We had with our athletic director, because we had football jerseys designed that had a black accent to them.
Yeah.
And she said we couldn't wear them because the school colors were red and white. They were not red, white, and black. And then that very next fall, she bought black skirts for the field hockey team. And she was the field hockey coach.
Yeah, they were like undefeated. They were nasty. They never lost.
They were so good. They were so good.
But then I remember we were friends with all the equipment guys, and I remember like digging, like hanging out with them and like digging through all the old uniforms. They had like lacrosse uniforms that were just black. They were like, and it said St. Paul's like white, and you're like, that's sick. Give me that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Davies had
like St. Sebastian's. My hat's awesome.
Also true. The hat has a fucking giant pelican on it. I want that's a good looking lid.
It's a good looking
I gotta
lid.
go.
And I got the champion sweatshirt. That is my favorite article of clothing.
Oh my God.
And I was looking for gray gear shirts. I almost saw Mike and Todd. By the way, like, could you imagine in a parallel universe that you and I are Mike and Todd and we're in the cage? Like
100%. Yeah.
I think that's our retirement gig.
It would actually be perfect because Mike was more of a hockey guy, which would be you. Todd was a basketball guy, which would be me. And then we both do like football. We both do baseball. That'd be great.
And I drive the Zamboni, and that's it. And
I
both of us cut the grass on the baseball field, and we call it a day.
And then I'd go play horse with like all the kids. He had these crazy horse shots. Todd was the man. Love Todd. Yeah, I got a pair of shorts like years ago that are like, okay, they're kind of like gray gearish ones. I do have a gray gear shirt somewhere still.
Mine like legitimately fell apart. I wore it so much it fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the shirt I wore under my
everything.
The shirt I wore under
everything.
my uniform that said, "I'm not arrogant, I'm just better than you."
That's
and
right.
it just ripped away. It just like disintegrated. The shirt doesn't exist anymore. Anyway,
it was like an end game. The shirt just like turned into dust. And
no. Yeah. That's enough about our St. Paul. I just couldn't stop looking at that hat. It's a great looking hat.
It's a doozy. Yeah.
All right, you already said it's a must see, like for us, not necessarily in the theater. What is your dork score for Spinal Tap 2?
I'm gonna do it's a 4.5, like a good 4.5.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I've seen a ton of movies this year. I have it firmly in the top half of those movies. I thought it was an enjoyable comedy sequel. I just like spending time with these characters. Like that's sort of what the appeal to a lot of these older sequels are. Some new jokes that were funny, some new songs that were good. Yeah, 4.5. So dueling 4.5s for Spinal Tap 2. Let's get to this.
Spoilers! 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 Here come the spoilers!
So really the premise here on Spinal Tap 2, and you can jump in at any time, is that the mockumentary or the documentary, as it were, This Is Spinal Tap by Rob Reiner or his character, is like a real thing. People saw it, and the band got like a little bit more popular because of that. And then since then, they sort of then they went their separate ways. Nigel and David don't talk to each other anymore, but they're bringing it back for one last show in New Orleans. And so they're going to sort of like document that. And that is sort of the show. That is sort of the plot,
right? And is I believe the actress's name is Carrie Gonliman, who you'd know she
In
was
Derek?
in Mascots. She was in Derek.
Yeah.
She played what's her name in Derek?
The main
Yeah,
main
she ran the nursing home. So she's Ian's daughter.
Yes.
And he's like, he didn't leave me much, but he left me basically like Spinal Tap's contract. And it turns out that they basically owed one more show. Like they just stopped touring, and she's like, I thought this was bullshit. And then like Garth Brooks did Big Bottom.
Yeah.
He covered Big Bottom. And then
they went nuts.
she's like, so I figured we had some legs, so we're just gonna do one more show. And one of the best, what got bumped, like something there was something at the
what did Derek Smalls say?
Got canceled.
Oh, fuck, what did he say? Yeah, because they're like, so why like New Orleans? Like of all the places you guys have been all over the world, he's like, well, there was an opening.
And we just split it. It was like the most ridiculous thing.
It was.
Ever.
I forget what it was. One of the best jokes or gags was early on when you meet Nigel. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think I know what your favorite joke, but it's not this. Keep going.
So he goes through, and Rob Reiner is meeting re-meeting like all the people from the band, and sort of catching up with them and filming it, and you sort of see what they're doing now. And Nigel, Christopher Guest, works at a guitar and cheese shop.
Yes.
Where you don't even necessarily have to pay. You can trade. So you can show up with cheese and leave with a guitar, or you can show up with a guitar and leave with cheese. But he weighs them, and he says he doesn't trust scales. He actually is better. So he'll like wait. He's like, if the cheese weighs as much as the guitar, it's an even swap.
It's yours.
Crushing.
The concert that got canceled was An Evening with Stormy Daniels.
That's right.
It's the concert that got canceled for them.
With Stormy Daniels. Fantastic. And then so that cracked me up, like him like holding a guitar and holding cheese, and then just like swapping them. He's like, see this here? It's like half a wheel. It's like, yep, okay. Then he can take this guitar. So good. Like nobody's actually paying for shit. And then he's like, what about like she's like, well, I've always loved cheese. He's like, all right. Like,
it's like, what do you mean? I've always loved cheese.
Yeah. He's like, I wouldn't think like rock and roll and cheese. And he's like, well, same thing when he met with Derek Smalls, and he's at the new Museum of Glue. And he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, well, like I've always been fascinated by glue.
Because he's the glue guy. Because they keep referring to him as the glue guy in the band.
Derek Smalls.
Which is hilarious because then he winds up being the one who banged David's wife.
Yep. And nobody else knows.
You would never expect that. You would never expect that.
Nope.
One of my I don't know why I thought this line was funny. He was talking about like the Galapagos, like tortoise glue. Like you can't get tortoise glue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what is it? Like a animal rights thing? Is it like he's like, no, I think it's a union thing. So now it's I want to make it my, like, anytime someone says like, you can't do this anymore, like we can't do it like that anymore. So I was like, why can't we do that? It's like, I think it's a union thing.
Yeah, that usually stops the questions. Like, yeah. All right. Yeah. He catches up with David St. Hubbins, who now scores true crime podcasts. And he also
hold music.
He won a Holdie for the best hold music.
Well, I love the two that he's like, oh, so you use all this equipment to like record? He's like, no, I can do it right with this. It's just right like here. A laptop. He's like, it's all. And he says, all of this equipment behind me can fit in this thing's back left leg, like hind leg. His left hind leg can go in all of this right here.
I also loved Derek Smalls and his song Held to Pay.
Held to Pay.
It's a Held to Pay. So it's got like this, it's got like a Grim Reaper wearing a toupee, but it's like a Held to Pay, but Held to Pay.
Like the devil, and like he wants to start. I wrote it down. I was taking notes watching the movie the whole time.
So good.
He goes, Night of the Assisted Living Dead. It's a horror movie that takes place in an old folks home.
Awesome.
I would see that movie.
I would definitely watch that movie. And then
I would also go see Hell to Pay.
Hell to Pay. This big musical, Hell to Pay. It's Hell to Pay. And then he's talking about like why the band's not together anymore, and they're asking him about it. He's like, well, I did get everybody to like invest in crypto, and like they all like lost a ton of money on him. It's great. We get like a quick Janine from the first movie. Janine is now like a nun. Yes. And then you also get Fran Dresser's character back.
Bobby Fleckman.
They're both in it for like 30 seconds. I was shocked how quickly they were in it. They're in and out.
Yeah. Well, she's not. Bobby Fleckman's doing something else now. And then Janine says that she heard a voice and it said, every step you take, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. He's like, oh, that's just the Sting song. She's like, oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Then you're done. So a couple of the new characters. So you mentioned the one woman who is like in charge now, and then there's like the guy that she brings, like the PR guy, and
he's funny.
He was
Hates
pretty
music.
good. He's just like, we really like ideally like trying to like map this whole thing out. Like we need like 1 or 2 of you to like die. And they're like, die for real? He's like, well, yeah. He's like, it's 40 years since like whatever, like this whole thing, this whole stand up. He's like, as far as like just being like, carrying on and like people talking about you, like we're gonna need like one of you to die. Like, well, do we have to die? He's like, well,
He's like, well, it's hard to do a memorial concert with all of you still alive. So
that guy was good.
His best line came in the credits too, and he's like, he wants to start an a cappella rap group.
Yes.
And then well, the thing with a cappella rap, it's just saying threats loudly that rhyme.
Right. Yeah, you kind of need the beat there. That great. One of my favorite kind of like bits within the movie was that so cameo, there's massive cameos. So Paul McCartney, Elton John are like 2 of the big ones, a bunch of drummers. But Paul McCartney sits in, and like David St. Hubbins just doesn't like him.
Hates him. And
can't stand him. It's so good.
My favorite line is like Paul McCartney walks in, he's like the Paul, and he's like, well, one of them.
Yeah.
I'm a Paul.
I'm a Paul.
And then he comes in the room, he goes, should we stand? Like, do we stand up? Like, I would think the same thing. Like, if Paul McCartney came in the room, like, I would take my hat off.
Yeah.
I would stand up.
You take your hat off. Yeah, I would stand. Well,
I was like, oh shit.
I'm an adult. If I was meeting somebody for the first time, I would stand up.
Yeah, but Paul McCartney, you definitely stand up.
Yeah, maybe you bow, or maybe you do the Wayne's World.
Do you bow
to Alice Cooper? Yeah, I don't know. Curtsy. Maybe give him a quick curtsy.
What do you do when the queen walked in or the king walks in? Aren't you supposed to like curtsy or bow?
Yeah, you gotta kind of look around.
You only shake their hand if they offer it first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd freeze probably.
This is an aside. Do you see what Cillian Murphy did when he met? No. So it was illegal at one point for like Irish people to walk around with their hands in their pockets because they thought they were like carrying weapons. And so when he met the king at like a movie premiere, put his hands in his pockets.
How about that?
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
And, yeah. He's like,
yeah,
it's pretty bad.
Shit. I don't give a fuck. A couple of new songs. Was it Bitch School?
Bitch School. Just like
that song was aggressive.
I'm like, listen, and it's like a nice song, and you listen to the lyrics, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like bending over and like
throwing all fours.
Like, gonna send you back to bitch school.
They're just like playing like great music, and you fucking go to bitch school.
And the other one was Break Like the Wind, which was Spinal Tap's like fictional like second album, or like they actually put out an album called Break Like the Wind.
Break Like the Wind. Was that the rock? Well, then they also had the Rock and Roll Nightmare song, or was that an old one?
No,
that was new too. I think
that was new. Yeah,
yeah. So that was pretty good. Yeah, you find out Nigel has cheese in his guitar. He pops it open. He's got the little cheese grater.
And it reminded me. So the one the deleted scene we used to quote. He had that little skull on his belt.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that scene.
And the olive scene, remember? Like, who's in here? No one. Look over here's a little guy. He's like, I can't have it. You fold it. You fold it. You fold it. Like that's not how you.
It smelled like a little dead body. He couldn't keep his real cheese in there because it smelled like a little dead body. And then he started thinking about what if there was a little guy like trapped.
But he's like, there wouldn't be like a person like that size. Like Rob Reiner's like there wouldn't be like a maybe there would be. Bob Kipnis shows up. So Bob Kipnis Fitness, who he pops in to try to get the guys in shape. And he is what the hell is his name? He's in John Michael Higgins. John Michael Higgins, who's in Best in Show. He's in Waiting for Guffman. Or no, is he in Waiting for Guffman?
No, but he's in.
He's not. He's in
Mighty Wind.
Yeah, he's in Mighty Wind, and he's in For Your Consideration.
Yeah,
and he's in like you've seen him in stuff. He's in a bunch of stuff, but he pops in and
hits him with they're old, and he's like, "Candles are now more expensive than the cake, huh?" Hits him with that line.
Great line, and they're just like looking at him. He's like Bob Kipnis Fitness. And he's just like get him working out or whatever. Very good.
I thought you would really appreciate when they wrote to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and they got back a letter that just said "fuck off."
Fuck off. I didn't need to do that.
Like, we wouldn't even mind if it said "fuck off" respectfully or like sincerely.
Sincerely.
Fuck off.
Yeah. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame told him to fuck off. Yeah.
That was so
That's
good.
I also liked during their concert, they're playing Stonehenge, which is like one of their memorable songs. Elton John's a part of whatever. They're playing Stonehenge. I swear to God, somebody from the crowd yelled, "Do Stonehenge!"
Play Stonehenge or do
Stonehenge.
as they're playing it.
They're in the middle
like
of Stonehenge.
Tap water.
Yeah. I like tap water. Tap water's a good idea. Tap water's a winner.
Tap water. I would buy tap water.
How could you not?
So like, the other thing too that I really did appreciate is they're like jokes like specifically for musicians. So like the guy, like the PR guy is like pissed off that they're like sitting around like rehearsing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what rehearsal looks like. Like you have to like practice the songs before you do any like. Remember like Metal Lords when the bass player comes in like let's work on the songs and then we can work on like the stagecraft like after.
Yeah,
like that's how it goes. So you just like it's a lot of like sitting around and it's a lot of just like playing songs over and over. So you don't want to be standing like the whole time.
No.
Yeah. He's like, they're not moving around. They're just sitting there. They're just and they were like facing the drummer because like you like doing like cues and stuff. You have to see each other.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you're gonna be when are you gonna turn around? Like when you plan on turning around? He's like, well, when we play the show, we'll turn around. And like my favorite thing, and I hate when guitarists do this. Like I've been around a lot of bands. I've shot a lot of bands, like been in bands, photographed bands. When you have an overly elaborate pedal board system,
oh my God, his pedal board was insane.
It's insane. And like you watch any guitar, like they barely touch it. Like depending on the show, like and my favorite line is David goes to Nigel, he goes, "Do you really need that pedal?" And he goes, "No, but I like it." And it's like the most annoying it's an octave pedal, so it like raises something like 2 octaves above and it's like weird squeal. He's like, and the look he gives him is like the look that like I've seen. You never say anything, but you just look down
they fucking are glaring at each other. I love when he's explaining the pedal board to Marty DeBurgi and he's just like, what do you think this one looks like? He's like, I don't know, like a slice of cake. He's like, no, it's pizza. He's like, okay. And then he presses, he's like, see, makes it sound like a duck. It has nothing to do with fucking pizza.
It's nothing to do with anything. And like they make the weirdest noises and I don't know like why, like a band, like I'm trying to think of a specific band like that. You don't need it. Like I don't know why you need all of that stuff.
And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
What'd you think of they had ghost tours in the house?
That was pretty funny. Oh, and that guy, he's a classic. That guy that popped in, who's in all their stuff too.
Yeah,
that like just showed up and it was like walking around, and he's like, we weren't supposed to have this coming in here.
Do you think it was the adult tour?
I mean, it's New Orleans. I would hope it's the adult ghost tour. What did you think of the new drummer?
Dee Dee's great.
Dee Dee's good.
Yeah, I love that Lars Ulrich and Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers were trying to get each other killed.
Yeah, no, you should ask.
Ask Lars.
Ask Lars. Yeah, no. Did you reach out to Chad? I think Chad would do it. And then Questlove is like, I cannot. I will not.
I have a colonoscopy. I'm not doing it. But I also love that. Like, was it Lars is like, well, we've been doing this Metallica thing for like 40 years now. It's going pretty well.
Like, you don't need to leave Metallica. He's like trying to make it clear that you can stay in Metallica. This is a one show. You're only gonna do one show with us.
He's like, no, I can't. I couldn't do it.
The drummer Dee Dee she survives the movie. However, at the very end, she chokes, and Marty DeBurgi goes to give her the Heimlich. So, do you think she survives?
I just found out recently. Do you know they don't teach the Heimlich anymore?
Oh, is that right? Why you crush
back
the
blows?
rules?
You're supposed to. More people have been saved statistically from back blows than the Heimlich. I found this. I'm not kidding. Like 2 days ago, I found this out.
No shit,
yeah.
Huh? Yeah. All right, well, very good. So anyway, do you think she's
trying to think no.
Yeah, that's it for her. Probably.
That's it for her.
Yeah, she had a good run.
I'm trying to think of like other things that the line he's reading Bruce Springsteen's book. Springsteen going on 17. I am Springsteen going on 17.
Oh, I'm Springsteen going on 17. I think he changed. Yeah. That's good.
And David says at one point, something due to my personality flaws, which I'm really proud of.
Yes. It's good. Listen, I'm glad this movie happened. I'm glad we saw it
too.
again.
I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, when it pops on whatever HBO, Netflix, or whatever, it'll be worth a go. Even watch them back to back. It'll only take you less than 3 hours to watch both movies.
Do you think that I love that it's under an hour and a half, but would it kill you to have brought back like more people? Like, remember that guy who like
Dana Carvey or Billy Crystal could have been in it. They were in the first one.
yeah, and it was the guy Duke Fame who was like, remember they sold out the Enormo Dome that they were supposed to play at, and then their concert got canceled. Like, what happened to that guy?
I also could have used like one more song, like one more like long song.
I'm trying to think what. So they did.
Stonehenge, Bottom, the other one that they normally do.
Did you like they turned the skull around and it was just a butt, and then it started farting, and then there's like, well, they're like, that's offensive, and they're like, what do you mean? Like, farts are funny. Like, yes, farts are funny, but like I always pictured it to be, and there was a very specific type of fart. That they wanted to get. And the guy's like, do you want me to go get it? And we go record it? An old lady farting on a subway, and they're like, no, it's just the idea.
I liked it.
Like,
I liked it. I like that.
Very specific. And we are also people who appreciate a very specific type of fart.
Yeah. Oh, for sure we do.
Yeah.
That's our bread and butter here on the podcast. Paul Schaefer was back as our Artie Fufkin.
Artie Fufkin. Yep.
But yeah, overall pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
It was pretty good. The costume designs were fantastic too.
Yeah.
And David's like, oh, I like this. This is me. This is how I feel right. This is good. She's like, actually, that's a blouse I'm making for my mother. I got to bring it to her after this.
Awesome. So next week, let's try to see Him. Him is the new horror movie, also a football movie.
It's a football movie. So we could double football it next week because we.
Oh yeah, let's do I don't think we had anything else. So let's do Him let's bump the program. I have all my notes, but we'll do the program next week with Him. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I have all my notes that the program was filmed at both South Carolina and Duke
and Boston College.
A little bit of Boston College. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what conference they're in, but we can discuss that.
Because at the end of the game, I looked because I was like, we could be
SEC, but they didn't play. They played like one SEC team. They played Mississippi State. We'll get into it. Listen, I'm ready to roll on this thing.
I got a lot of questions about this movie.
But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed Spinal Tap II like we did. Hope you enjoyed our conversation with Lucas Giolito. Tell a friend, tell a dork. You can hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, just at Dork Podcast, all those places. Like and subscribe. We stream these live on Monday. Then you can always go back whenever you want at your leisure and watch them. Or you can email us dorkpodcast@gmail.com. We got a good question about a football movie, which I think I'll save for next week.
Okay.
Somebody asked us a question about a specific movie and a specific scene, and we can try to answer that next week.
Was it about was it The Last Boy Scout?
It was about not Last Boy Scout, great one. It was about Friday Night Lights, not the TV show.
Okay.
Movie.
Yeah.
So we'll get
all right.
We'll get to that. All right. Thanks for listening. Like I said, tell a friend, tell a dork. And in the meantime, Ryan, stay curious.
The hashtag Dork Podcast.